Hello everyone and welcome to Low Budget Otaku, and today we're reviewing a third-party Gundam model kit, the Infinite Justice from Gao Gao. Now this kit I bought because it was really cheap. It was like 22 euros, and I was hearing a lot of good things about the original master grade of this model. So I decided to check it out, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. It was much more solid than the previous third-party kit that I bought, the Strike Freedom Gundam metal build version from Taban. But before I continue any further on this review, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification button to know when a new video is up and help me reach 1000 subscribers! Unfortunately, I know nothing about this Gundam and the series is from, but I hear it's from Gundam Seed, so start that intro.
Follow me. I'll cover you.
For the most part, it was actually an easy build, but it has some issues. Of course, the quality plastic is not as good as the Bandai original. Also, num marks were much harder to remove, with some that I just basically give up on, probably because of the lower plastic quality. And the backpack is a little bit tricky to really make it solid. But overall, it was still an easy build, and I just broke one small piece that I easily fixed with cement. Let's look at what it brings. We have the shield, by the way, that has a lot of parts that are detachable and adjustable. So for example, we can put this prismatic shield, and then we can lock it up right there. It's not as easy as it looks. Or better, it is easier than it looks, but I'm being a dumbass because I really wanted to fit, like, should fit, but it doesn't. You need to just lock it in with the other part, and there you go. You have your prismatic shield. Now, another gimmick that you have is the hook gimmick. But before we actually have to remove all of that connection. Then we have this cable. Now the cable, I really don't like it, because you really have to find a way to fit everything properly, and let me tell you, it's not as easy as it looks. But after you really look at the instructions and adjust the cable to really have the length and width to fit the connections, you're good to go. Basically have one of the connections is you're going to put on the shield, the other on the hook, and with the bendy wire you basically can pose him in a way that would make it look like he's throwing the hook. But let me tell you that the bendy wire does have some trouble handling the weight of the hook itself, so don't expect too dynamic poses. But hey, then you just need to connect the shield back to his arm using the little connection that you get there, and there you go. Something just showed. Oh yeah, by the way, those connections to the shoulder are a bit loose, and I actually need to add some cement to them. But hey, there you go, you have a bendy wire hook coming out of the shield. So basically, yes, you can do it, you can have. But again, it's not my favorite accessory to use. Now, after that's done, we actually can also, and let's put that back, remove this little side part of our shield, and it actually becomes like a dagger with the plasma energy. And let me tell you that it actually looks great, and you just need to fit it in the fingers. Sometimes it's a little bit complicated, but yeah, just fit on those fingers and you'll have a beautiful dagger that you can hold if you don't want just the plasma sabers or whatever it's called. Speaking of sabers, you have two, but before let's look at the rifle. The rifle looks great, even though I messed up in the construction and broke that little piece that I fixed again with cement, extra thin cement. But hey, it looks great. He has this pump action mechanism, and overall I'm satisfied. Now the sabers, let's look at the sabers. So we actually have two sabers and then a connecting piece to connect the both sabers. We have, of course, energy plasma for each of the sabers. Clear parts look really good. They're a little bit bent, but I think that's on purpose. Then we have the connection, and you basically have the Star Wars prequel. More, let me see what we have more of accessories. Now we have the backpack. The backpack is the most complicated part to put together, so I do advise using some extra thin cement on some parts to make it more solid. But it has great mechanism. It will look like a jet. You can connect it in multiple ways. There you have a lot of parts that move. You have handles that move. You have these parts that are the ones that are more loose, and I actually didn't use cement on those. But yeah, it's not a big problem. These two little guns can be moved forward and back, adjusting depending on the pose that you want to make. So I'm very satisfied overall with the backpack. It looks very good. Now what we have more, we have two figures of the pilot, one outside and one inside the cockpit. Now I painted both, but I didn't really manage to finish because I don't really have flash paint right now, so I wish I had. There's the other pilot. I wish I could improve his position inside the mech, but he's wobbling down there. Then we can just put the backpack and talk even about more accessories, especially accessories to connect to a stand, to a master grade stand that, by the way, is not included. We have 3 different connectors, and all of them will connect the figure in a different way. So there's a master grade stand, and let's see how we can connect him to the stand. Why is it outside the picture? Okay. Okay, get out of the way. So first we have one connector that will connect to the crutch, like that, and we just plug that in. Let me adjust the camera. There you go. And you can connect him by the crutch. Now it's not the best connection, it's not the one that gives you more dynamic poses, but it will work fine. As you can see, it's a little bit wobbly because I didn't really connect him well enough. But yes, it is an option if you want, but not my favorite one. So let's change that connection to another one. Okay, so we can adjust the backpack like that, so it's articulated, and we can open those wings, and now we can connect with this one. This is definitely my favorite adjustment. You'll connect that to those pegs in the back of the backpack, so we'll be connected through the backpack, and there you go. Makes it a lot more dynamic. It will look much better. But now let's look at our final connector. So let's remove that again. And now what we are connecting now is just the backpack. Okay, so we need to connect this new connection just straight to the connection between the backpack and the figure. And there you go. What we have is now like a jet connected to... and we actually need to balance the figure there. And let me tell you, it's not easy. It is possible, but not easy, especially because the legs are a little bit wobbly, and again the backpack is not the most sturdy. But again, it is possible, and there you go. You have our Gundam riding his jet. I wouldn't put him in my stand like that because I'm afraid he'll probably fall off during the night. But yes, it is possible to stand him like this.
But wait! There's more!
And finally, on the accessories, we have some light parts that we can put on the wings of the jetpack. They will look really good. I basically have them all the time because I do think they give you a little bit more style. So yeah, it will look great, especially with those decals. By the way, we have decals and stickers. The stickers are terrible. The decals are good, but I actually ruined some of them, so probably I'll try to buy some new if I can. And the stickers, probably I'm going to remove them later on. And then we have these light parts to connect in the foot. They are a bit weird. I don't really like them that much, so I don't normally pose it with them. But yes, we have them if you like those details. So the kit does come with a lot of accessories and some good detail on him. Overall, it looks amazing and you can really do great dynamic poses with them. But let's look at the articulation, because last time with the Strike Freedom Gundam from Daban, articulation really suffered because of the quality of the kit. So let's see if this one is actually better.
And now comes the interesting part. Let your fingers get in there and have a good old rub-a-dub.
So we start off by a double ball joint in the head that gives you good range of motion, what you normally expect from a Gundam model kit. Then for the shoulders we have a butterfly joint that, by the way, comes normally loose from the torso very easily. Then we have a hinge that allows great rotation, another hinge that allows the arm to come up. By the way, the shoulder pads do get out of the way very easily. We have a bicep swivel. Then we have a double hinged elbow, but some plating gets out of the way, revealing more detail. With 3 fingers together in ball joints, and a trigger finger in a ball joint and a thumb in a ball joint. Then we have also a hinge for the hand that is in a ball joint connected with in that hinge. Okay, so here again we have that we don't have a crunch like the Daban. We have that cockpit that does move, revealing the pilot. It's a nice detail, but we don't have any crunch. We just have a swivel on the waist. Now the side skirts do move up, they are hinged, and then we have, oh my god, come on, go to the PlayStation. But they do move up and down to allow you for better articulation. Ball joints for each of the front skirts. The back skirt does not move. Does a beautiful split as we have hinges connecting both legs that do kick forward very far, not too much back because of the back skirt that does not move. Then we have some swivel on the thigh. And we have a double hinged knee that again also reveals a little bit more detail below. And finally the foot. The foot, it's a little bit complicated. I think it's a ball joint connected to the foot itself, but then the toe got a hinge there. It does allow you for great posability. One of the big fears on those third-party Gundam model kits is that the articulation may suffer a lot, but this one is not really the case. Most of the joints are solid and some of the problems are easily fixable. High grade burning Kamiya, Minipla Megazord Taijutsu, High grade Eva 00, Kotobukiya Metal Gear Sahelanthropus, Master grade Strike Freedom Gundam Daban Metal Build version. Overall, I was impressed because yes, the plastic quality is not as good as Bandai's, the stickers are a little bit worse, and it does have some drawbacks, but it is solid for the price. It is a nice model kit. Considering it cost me 22 euros cheaper than a lot of high grades, I can say that this can give my low budget otaku seal of approval. Right now I'm trying to get my hands on the Bandai Master Grade Sazabi or some of the Kotobukiya other Metal Gear kits, and probably you can expect some more model kit reviews soon. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, hit the little bell icon to know when the next video is up. Help me reach 1000 subscribers, and I hope to see you guys in the next Low Budget Otaku review.
See you next time.
Do it! Just